Ryan Salazar here with NAB Show Live and Broadcast Beat. We've got a very special guest, Eksten of Imagine Communications. How you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you.
So how's your NAB Show New York event happening so far?
Exciting. It's a great follow-up to IBC. It's a great chance to bring some of the new announcements and new product launches that we had at IBC back to North America and have a good, solid interaction with our customers.
Cool. So tell us about the successful IP interoperability test that you guys recently did.
Yeah, that was really, I think, a seminal event for the industry. It was an opportunity with AIMS. So we founded AIMS a year ago. We've been doing interop testing in private amongst all the companies that participate in AIMS. IBC was the first opportunity we had as a group to come together in a public setting and take on the hardest use case, which is live production. The undertone of the transition from SDI to IP was the notion that it was good for everything but live production. So we as a group wanted to take that head on, and a couple of dozen vendors got together, hooked up all their equipment, and built a live production studio, which then IBC TV got together and ran.
Very nice.
With some assistance.
So now that video over IP is actually a reality, is there another hurdle on the way in the industry?
Well, I think now that we've convinced everybody, and I think people are generally acceptant that not only is this a reality, it's an inevitability, and it's probably sooner rather than later. So people can start really thinking about how they can plan their next generation build outs, or how they're going to build hybrid networks. The next generation is all about operations. How are you going to? It's fine that you can plug all these pieces of equipment together, but IP is a little bit more complicated than an SDI network. How are we going to operate all of these systems together? Today we've proven, both at the production center and at the dozens of installations that we've had with our customers, that we can make it seamless for operations. The operators don't have to be retrained. They sit in front of the same master control panels that they always have. They punch buttons. They're doing everything they normally did, except it's all happening in the background in a data center rather than racks full of proprietary gear.
All right, so what is Imagine's native IP and cloud first approach, and how does this differ from other approaches in the market?
Well, I think it's because of the heritage of the management team. 90% of the management team came from a telco background, and so they've already seen this movie play out in the telco transformation from POTS to IP. And so they knew what the roadmap was going to look like, and so we invested very early in a grounds-up approach to cloud-native, cloud-first technology that has allowed us to not only transform our technology from proprietary to POTS to cloud, but to be a truly cloud-native offering. You can take any of our technologies and you can run them in a cloud environment without any special consideration for what there is in the cloud. It's the notion that all of our systems are portable, right? And they can run in the environment that makes the most sense for the customer. And today we have active deployments in private data centers, hybrid data centers, and public cloud.
Okay, excellent. All right, so lastly, unified distribution. Let's talk about that just a little bit.
That is an extremely important and extremely exciting next-gen topic. So it's the notion that instead of sending proprietary streams and having multiple layers of decode and encode and transcode in your network to go from contribution all the way out through final distribution to the television or mobile device, it's this notion that you can unify your workflow around a multi-bit rate workflow. So today, that's the workflow that we put at the end of the chain in order to service mobile devices. But what if we took the highest quality stream and just made it the highest bit rate layer inside of that multi-bit rate stream? What that allows you to do is think differently about how you run your distribution chain. Now, I can service primary distribution, I can service endpoint distribution through the CDN, all with one workflow. And the beauty of that is the reason that multi-bit rate adaptive workflows work for mobile today is because it opens the door for dynamic ad insertion. It opens the door for personalization of advertising, allowing targeted advertising and all that to work. When you put your primary distribution into that same workflow, all of a sudden all of your endpoints become dynamic ad insertion endpoints.
And that's a very exciting world, by the way. I've been involved in that type of thing, and it's quite exciting.
It is extremely exciting, and we think it's actually going to revolutionize and change some of the way that we think about technology and the service chains that we put together in order to create an entire distribution pipeline. It allows us to start treating all of the distribution endpoints in terms of what used to be traditional head-end equipment. We can now start thinking of those as add-insertion endpoints that run purely in software, can run in the cloud, and can take advantage of any of the layers of content that we're distributing to them. And then that opens up the door for dynamic content substitution, not just dynamic ad substitution.
Great. All right. Again, Brick Eksten, Chief Product Officer of Magic Communications. It's a great NAB Show New York, and have a great rest of your show.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.